You are listening to Let the Money Talk podcast, a podcast where our PhillipCapital's experts deconstruct world-class tactics, tools, and routines for managing your finances. I'm Rashawn, your host for Money Never Sleeps. Stay tuned for our experts' top tips.
Good afternoon, I'm Rashawn Gidwani, and welcome to Let the Money Talk. It's good to have you all with us. I'm PhillipCapital's media host and presenter, and today we have a very special guest who goes by the name of Elijah Lee. Hi, Elijah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Elijah Lee, Associate Manager at PhillipCapital. So before I begin, my sharing is purely my personal opinion and should not be construed as professional or financial consultation advice. So today I'm going to talk about a very important aspect of wealth management, which is income. Most people talk about accumulating assets, but actually we've got it all wrong. It's actually all about our income. In life, to navigate uncertain times like now, it's key to actually protect our income via insurance, accumulate income-producing assets, and have a proper income drawdown plan for retirement.
So let's get this rolling, Elijah. Today's topic is it's all about income. Elaborate on that, please.
Yes, sure. Very often, people think about accumulating their wealth in the form of assets, such as houses or cars. But in reality, their income is what drives the accumulation of these assets. If you think about it, your income determines a lot of things. It determines the house you stay in, the clothes you wear, even the food you eat. It determines how many assets you can accumulate and what kind of lifestyle you can afford to lead. Therefore, the key to accumulating wealth is to protect and grow your income streams. Once you do that, you've taken care of the basics.
I see. So for starters, how can one protect their income streams?
Income protection is actually more important than most people would think. When starting to build wealth, you almost always have to keep relying on your earned income first. So that is the first thing to protect. So if you have a machine in your house churning out 5,000 a month, I'm sure you would ensure that the machine is insured in case things go wrong. Well, that machine is actually you. Only you can produce the income to kickstart your wealth accumulation journey. The first layer you need to protect your income against is actually severe illnesses, which is the greatest obstacle that may deter you from your income accumulation. To do that, you need to ensure that you have sufficient critical illness coverage, such that your income is not interrupted if you fall sick and need intensive medical attention. Most people think that a hospitalization plan is enough, but sadly, that is far from the truth. Your hospital bills may be taken care of, but what about your bills, your expenses, your mortgage, so on and so forth?
Yeah, very true. How about income accumulation? You mentioned something about income producing assets. Could you elaborate?
Certainly. There's no way anyone can retire if they do not have income, passive or otherwise. Thus, a $1 million condo doesn't actually help one to retire unless it's monetized by renting it out. In fact, I would actually consider it a liability if you have to pay for your mortgage and maintenance fees. So if your work income were to stop one day, for example, you retire or fall sick, resulting in an inability to work, you still require income to stay afloat. This is why you need your assets to actually produce income. Now, the last I checked, the economic rice store aunties don't actually accept Bitcoin or shares of DBS as payment. They want cash. And cash in your hand is actually the result of payouts from your income producing assets. No one is stopping you from investing for capital growth, but at some point, the focus has to change to income.
Certainly, the coffee shop stalls are not going to accept shares or cryptocurrencies for payment, at least in the near future. Moving on to your last point, is there a way to create a proper income drawdown plan then?
Definitely. You need to know what income-producing assets you have or are accumulating. Build income streams, both guaranteed and non-guaranteed. Guaranteed income streams ensure that you always have an income. Non-guaranteed income streams ensure that in good times, you have an abundance, while in lean times, you are still able to fall back on your guaranteed income. So just look at the number of companies that have cut or stopped dividends during COVID. On top of on your guaranteed spectrum, you have things like annuities and retirement income plans, in addition to things like CPF Life. On your non-guaranteed income assets, shares, REITs, and various other instruments would round up this selection. So you must also know how long these assets will produce income and whether you can accept the volatility that comes with this income, especially on the non-guaranteed assets. In truth, while everyone would like 100% guaranteed income in retirement, for most people, their income composition in retirement will likely be a mix of both. And that's okay too.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Elijah. That was very insightful. You can visit the nearest Phillip Investor Center for further assistance or connect with Elijah on bit.ly/TTP Elijah if you have further inquiries. Stay tuned for our next offering, which will be released soon. Also, tune in at 10 a.m. on PhillipCapital's YouTube and Facebook page for Singapore's most up-to-date financial news, the Daily Morning Note. Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Thank you very much for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, please forward it to others, share it on social media, and leave a review. Follow this channel for other podcasts.